nice, kind of buttery, a little bit.
Ooh, butter. What kind of butter are we talking about, though? Is it?
Definitely real, definitely Irish butter.
Oh, Irish butter.
The real shit, pure gold, baby. What are you talking about?
Oh. Okay, that was weird. I thought it like messed with the angle. Like I thought. Okay, I thought I fucked with the. Because
you're like I can't see me, but it looks like I'm more in screen than you are. But other than that,
yeah, you do look up. Yeah. Fuck, God damn it.
We could move the table too, rather than. I think I can't see because of the wire, but I look like I'm on screen.
Yeah, you're in there.
Here, why don't you sit and I'll look?
Yeah, look at me. Yeah. Guys, this is the back. This is the back to the scenes footage here. We're trying to get everything organized. I'm in. Okay, we're good then. Yeah, because it's. People just like the background. They don't really come here to look at us, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got the pimp background on it.
Yeah, well, shout out to the DJ, though. DJ Alien, because we don't know we still haven't made a name for him yet.
I think we're going to go with Ernest.
Ernest?
I got another alien named Ernest already.
Oh, really? Wait, is he the same as his brother, or?
They could be related. Ooh. Yeah, this could be the senior.
You should get him like a nice Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
You can get like just super glue a Fu Manchu right.
Yeah, I haven't modified Ernest at all yet. I think he's happy.
Yeah, he seems like he's chilling, dude. He's a DJ. Come on, that's his life. Imagine just like moving from like a galaxy and you're like, yo, I'm just a DJ.
I like Earth. This astronaut that he killed.
Yo.
That's the guy.
Dude, Ernest, man. You earn an honest living. You earnest an honest living. Something like that. I was gonna say, what is that the ship you stole? Is this his ship? He just like it was like Elon. It was like fucking SpaceX.
Yeah,
one of them.
No, this is a Russian actually.
Oh really? Yeah. That was. Oh wait, was it Russia? Or who was it recently that tried going to the moon, or was it India?
Oh yeah, somebody did blow up.
Someone did blow up. I was like trying to remember who it was.
Happens all the time.
Yeah,
it happens to the best of us, really.
Premature.
If we tried to go to the moon.
Why do you think?
I'm just saying it would blow up.
oh, I thought you meant like every time we go, it gets blown up conveniently. Like, there's a earnest society out there. Dun dun dun. Yeah. They sent him over here to listen.
He's been a topic. No, we had a pen that was an alien pen at my job, and my boss hated it and like broke it in half. But we kept it and taped it up somewhere. For some reason, we named the alien Ernest. It was like a little action figure alien.
Oh, really? Why were they so pissed at it?
I don't know. Because we liked it.
It's like, I can't have him. Fuck this. Nah, if I can't be their favorite. And it's like, no. Yeah. It's like almost like a dramatic anime scene. Like,
we passed them around. It was, a restaurant job. And we had toys hidden all over the restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it like whoever caught like a bunch of them that?
I don't know how it started, but there's like Matchbox cars like hidden behind paintings and like, yeah, we had like a pinky ball that we're just whipping across the restaurant. Like, I don't know how it started, but
lands in someone's fucking
I think
spaghetti.
that's probably why the boss didn't like it.
Yeah. It's like fucking, it's just accidentally the fucking ball goes in someone's spaghetti and meatballs, don't even realize it. This is like styrofoam.
Well, like kids like it. Kids will find like a Matchbox car and be like, look. And I'm like, yeah, they're everywhere. Go look. And then they run around and nobody likes that either. So it's going really well.
Okay. It's the goal.
I don't work there anymore. I just keep smuggling more toys in. I just keep
really?
No.
So you just go there with your girl for dinner and just hide each one and just be like, you just tell your homies that are still in there, like, I've hidden more.
Yeah.
Find them.
Yeah.
Whoever finds it. And just leave like, oh, that'd be cool if you leave like little poems or something on them.
Dude, that's a good idea.
Too. Oh, that would
thinking
actually
of stapling poems to like telephone poles and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Like from your new book, like or from the other one, or for
probably new stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, and then write preview.
Yeah.
Preview. Just so people are like, oh, what? This is a preview of a book, and then.
That's a good idea, I think.
Will it get like a QR code and stuff on it, or like just have all your socials?
Maybe take a picture of it, but I'm thinking just for fun, just staple poems places and not do anything else. Just
you just put I feel like honestly here too, like when you
just consistently do that, like hundreds of them,
and people it's just like what
I could graffiti them places, but I think there's something different about like handwritten poems stapled to like telephone poles or like any wood that I like. It's also not like I don't think I'll get in trouble for that the same way I would get in trouble for like graffiti.
True, you're right.
Because they can just take it off.
Yeah, and I think it'll be, and like you were saying, I think
catches the eye more. It's like why is there
a handwritten letter,
handwritten poem, or like a typewriter typed?
Oh, you gotta show me that typewriter after this. Fuck, unless you want to throw it into the podcast, that'd be funny. But not, don't worry. Just. boom. All right, wait, we're gonna have someone.
This sounds really good on audio.
Yeah, I know. Yo, it'd be funny is just have actually have Ernest here type out the subtitles for this episode while we're talking. He's like,
yeah. Would you do that for us, bro?
Fuck, I thought I had fucking sound bites. Oh yeah, because we were talking about sound bites earlier.
Ernest, chill.
Dude, it's the beer from fucking Freehouse, man. He's got him fucked up. That's sour. He was like, but I want to go back to the poem though. I think, like you said, it definitely attracts people. It gets people's interest too, because not many people even write. Like you were telling me earlier, like how a school district and was it New Hampshire or was it a different state? But
I heard this in New Hampshire. We're in New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire, beautiful state. Live free or die, motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, this like the tour you gave, like, cause I've been to New Hampshire like a bunch of times, but like, oh man, like when you just gave me a tour of like like all these small towns, like it was just beautiful. Like I don't know, it's like the people we've talked to, just randomly meet, and you showed me, Zach, he had he's an artist that owns his own storefront too in Littleton. Your girlfriend as well, who owns a store. What's the name?
She owns 3 on the Tree Boutique in Lincoln, New Hampshire.
And then like the other stores there too, the nice little coffee shop.
Yeah,
it's
the Moon Coffee Shop sells my book as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did see it there.
Yeah, I was friends with the owner for a long time, and she sold it. And the new owners are awesome.
Damn. She sold it, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but the new owners are doing a great job. They're the ones that had my first book signing, so the new people are great too.
Damn, that's good. But like again, the community, as you're telling me, it's this very supportive community, because a lot of people are like, they see you and having that ambition for your dream and going out there, and people appreciate that more. And I feel like definitely the poems getting stapled onto the staples, and like, and I'm thinking too, like,
I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm just gonna start.
Yeah, why not, dude?
Yeah.
I think honestly, and then think about it. What if there's that one person who literally waits and like collects each one?
That would be crazy.
And then like one day they find you stapling one, and they're like,
"I've been looking for you."
Yeah.
What is this?
It's like that crazy. Oh, what's that one?
That's just a stalker.
Yeah.
That's just called a stalker.
Yeah. She's like got the binoculars.
I'm trying not to have that, but if
Yo, what if she's like that?
Trying to avoid that, but
it's gonna happen, bro. It's impossible. You know what I mean? This is how good of a book, this book is. Like, come on.
I do appreciate how well read your copy of it is.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, wow. You read it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
I've never seen this many like notes in it before.
It's just, dude.
And it's like worn. I love that it's, dude. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. Because cool. You know what I mean. There's definitely some things I could probably just open up to and be like.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest we do that.
Actually,
we don't have to.
No, I want to. I can't. Stumble.
Should I turn? Okay,
this one's
off?
good.
I have music playing. Should I turn that off?
I honestly don't even hear it.
I don't hear it in the headphones.
Yeah. It's probably going to be super late, and plus our voices are, overcrowding it. We'll be good. But yeah, I'm just going to say, so one right here, where's from page 215. Well, my question, actually, I wanted to ask. So you have like 6.8 to 3.3. Like, what is like?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me. I was going to read the bottom right one. So actually, if you want to read it in your own words, your own lips. I mean.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
It was the bottom.
Not everything's an adventure, but if you at least venture, something might be added to your life.
I like that. No, but
it's just short poems. It's like 400 poems in here, something like that. 250 pages. There's like 13 longer pieces, essays, and longer poems. And then it finishes with a short story. It's not much of a short story. It's like 3 pages, but
that's a short story. Wait, what is it? Like?
It's like a parable. Did you read the epilogue?
No, I honestly didn't. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't read the epilogue. Fine. You want to read it?
No, not right now.
It's like, no, man. They didn't come here for a book reading.
Yeah.
That would be cool, man. You should do that too. Like, did you do that before by any chance, a book reading? Or
my last, at that coffee shop, I read a few. Yeah.
Just like, just like a few poems out loud. They give you the mic and like you had a crowd, or is it kind of just, oh, wow, that's pretty sick.
It was good. It was good. We had 20 people come and I didn't market it much. So it was good. I think it went well. And I don't mind reading them. It's just like they're so short that I just kind of read one, and then it's so short. Like a few steps the wrong way shouldn't stop anyone turning and sprinting the right way. I like that one.
Yeah, it's quick. It's quick to the point though.
It's good to just flip through. I think, and just something
Spontaneous read.
Exactly, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But so the number system you just asked is on this
I completely
page,
lost
page
that.
238 is the legend of content.
The legend of content.
So all those themes, it's a list of themes: pain, happiness, sadness, humor, time. There's a list of I don't know how many there are. There's like 50. So
Make number 5.
I didn't have a way to organize my writing,
Okay.
so I was gonna do it by chapter, by theme. Like, oh, these are gonna be positive. This is happy. This will be the happiness chapter. This is gonna be the sadness chapter. But once I started organizing it that way, like I just had so many themes, it became this giant list. And then I was like, well, this poem could fit into any chapter. So it was really hard for me to organize all my writing. So I just developed this index kind of thing. So you should be able to look at this list of themes and then look for that number in the book, and that poem will be about that.
That is pretty fucking... Okay,
That's the point of it.
I, Tucker Sullivan, sentence Tucker Sullivan to death for the abuse of Tucker Sullivan. But I, Tucker Sullivan, overturn this sentence for being batshit crazy. Dude, but that actually... No, wow, that's actually really... I just looked up number 2, which is pain. And that's, I think, beautiful because we all go through this pain.
Yeah. We all pick yourself apart, man. Everybody does.
And like, see, I had so many other questions before. I'm just going to go with this one now. So like, what inspired you to even write? You know, what even got you on the journey? Like, did you write when you were growing up? Like, is this something you picked up in high school? Like, was it something like?
Yeah, no, I always wrote. I started writing song lyrics. I was my friend, my cousin Joey. He's like my best friend. Is a musician, and we were planning on making a band like my whole life. So like from like childhood, we were going to be in a band. And so I wrote song lyrics like young. I was writing song lyrics, but I can't sing. So it was just poems really, looking back on it. But that was as a young age, I was doing that.
Do you still have them?
No, I don't have anything. I have like, it would be interesting to like dig around and like find something, but I started writing like my first book in like senior year of high school, but I was starting to like lose my mind at that time. So it's not good. I read it like in my adulthood, and I think my idea was good from looking back at what it was. I was trying to write this parable, like I can describe it, but really I was losing my mind. So I was doing drugs like all throughout high school. Like I started smoking weed every day at like 14, like most of my friends, who all turned out fine. But I then started doing acid and mushrooms and smoking DMT and this crazy stuff. Like smoked DMT for the first time at like 15, 16. Before I had my license, I smoked DMT.
That's what. Well, how was that experience?
It was awesome.
Like what? What was it like?
It was very, very intense. Like, but I don't know. My only experience with drugs to that point was smoking weed. Like I did DMT before acid or anything. So
that's wild. You said, fuck it. We ain't even doing acid. We're going straight to the big
well,
shit.
Me and my friend, I won't say his name just to,
out
of politeness, but, we were talking about it in chemistry class, like this crazy molecule and how it comes into your brain when we die and all those theories around it, the spirit molecule. It is an interesting, even if you don't do drugs at all, it's an interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Ernest, what the heck? Man?
Yeah, dude. Even if you're not into drugs, like DMT is an interesting rabbit hole to go down and research because it's very weird. It's in all living beings, like very weird substance. So we were just talking about it in chemistry class, and we both smoked weed at the time, and we made an agreement, like if it ever comes into our lives, we're not going to seek it out, but if it ever comes into our lives, we'll do it. And then that summer he called me and it was like, dude, I found like somebody had DMT.
Yeah, I bought a fucking kilo.
Yeah.
Imagine,
yeah. So no, I just went to the beach and you like smoke it out of a pipe. It looks just like a weed pipe. The way that we smoked it, you can like vaporize it in like a meth pipe, but we didn't do that.
I can picture like on the beach with the glass fucking should light it.
Yeah, it's drugs, so it looks very much like that. And also, like I was a child. Honestly, looking back, somebody could have been giving me crack and telling me it's DMT. Like I was an idiot. Mm. I was a child. So yeah, it was like I was 15, 16. So like nowadays I'm like I meet like a sophomore in high school. I'm like, damn, you're so young. It's fucking crazy what I was doing when I was your age.
Yeah,
it's crazy. What are you doing? Like, what are you going to go do later? Like, are you going to go into the woods and like, I don't know. Are you going to do a seance? Like, what are you up to?
Yo, no.
I want to know what these kids are doing, man. No, they're not. Well, probably.
No, but nowadays it's so, that kind of, now that you say that, I almost kind of feel not old, but it's like so disconnected because times have changed so much. Like you look at things that are entertaining for Gen X or Gen Z. No, Gen Z, right? That's a new generation. Yeah. So
Gen Z, I feel like is getting older. Like Gen Z is going to be like 20, like, well, no,
they
like,
are already
like
20s. Yeah, I believe Gen
So they're going to be like 25 like soon, and then there's going to be Gen fucking this guy's generation coming around. Like,
was that Gen fucking Zorg?
I don't know. Yeah,
Gen Zorg.
They're already on Z. What's next?
Yeah, what happened to X? Oh, well, we had X, but where's Y?
I think there is a Gen Y. Is that the next one? Probably.
That's probably
no,
because they have to
Gen
go
X
back.
is like the 80s. They fucked up the generations.
That's why
they totally.
They're just like, no, we don't do Y.
They ruined it
because everyone's gonna be like, why? Why Gen X? I mean Gen Y. Why?
What are we? We're 95, 96. We're Gen Z.
Well,
no.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're millennial still. I think the cutoff was 95 or 94.
So I'm considered lazy and unappreciative and shit.
Yeah, exactly. You're just that category.
Whoever made the generations.
Well, Gen Z, apparently, I'm in that category. I mean, Gen Z is like, that's why I go back to social media. Like, they're entertained by, like, it was like this weird trend now I'm seeing, like, they're basically like Sims characters where they like on stream and they're like,
oh, the NPC shit.
Yeah, it's like yum yum gum 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 gum.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then there was a guy who's like the glizzy glub. I'm like, what the fuck is all this? Like, this is entertaining. Like, it's so powerful.
Go do DMT. Don't do that.
yeah. Like, you'll awaken your mind and fucking
get off the phone. Go get holes in your brain.
you want to build a community after fucking DMT.
Yeah, no, true. I don't know. I think like around that time period, I could have been doing like pills and shit, like the other stuff that was in our community. Like, you know, we're from the same place. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if you smoked weed, right? Like,
yeah.
But like, there were hard drugs around. So
honestly,
I feel fortunate for what I chose to do, but it had consequences later down the line. Like, and you know, I don't judge anybody for doing drugs, doing psychedelics, and it changed my brain for the better, I think. But it had serious consequences for me. And you asked how the book came about, and that's why I went on this tangent, you know?
No.
But so yeah, like I was doing that stuff. And then like, my senior year, I was in a car accident, pretty serious one. The car was totaled. Me and my best friend, Drew, and I had 2 black eyes, serious concussion, worst concussion I've ever had. And, I was fucked up, but it was right by my house. Like we basically turned out of my house, turned right, and then hit a tree. So I was like, I could see my house from where we crashed.
With your 2 black eyes swollen, like
blood, I still have a scar, like
oh really?
Blood coming out of my head. And I was like, the smell of the airbags. Have you ever been in a totaled car?
Nah.
The airbags smell like chemicals. Smells horrible. Or maybe it was the oil. I don't know if the car was destroyed. We hit a tree like going 35, 40.
Probably got old farts in that airbag from fucking when they first built it.
Yeah,
farted in the bag and contained it. They're like, all right.
Yeah, is that how
this is going to be a funny joke.
Shit.
You're smell my fart.
I'm going to go take my airbags out of my car.
Yeah. We're living the land of live free or die, so. You know, fucking.
Have you ever seen the videos where they like put an airbag in like something and make somebody sit on it and it launches them like 40 feet in the air?
Yo, that's just deadly, man. Yo, I mean, like the tires, right?
Dangerous hemorrhoids after that.
They can't even sit down anymore. They don't trust anything.
Dude, that's fucked up.
PTSD looking back at their butt. No. Well, oh, you want to sit down on the table? No. It's like you're in dinner like with fucking Christmas. No, I will not sit down, honey.
Why? We were playing with airbags. Don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask.
It was common airbag fun.
Yeah.
Just playing with airbags, dude.
They're like, what the fuck do you do with airbag? You don't need
Don't
break it back.
There's so many things.
He starts twitching when you say airbag.
No, seriously, I hate the smell of airbags. And if you're in I have one in my book. I don't know what page it's on, so
I'm gonna spontaneously go.
That'd be cool if you just turn right to it. No, but it's like, it's called Hope, I think, and it's like.
Oh, Hope. Okay, let me use the legend of context.
It won't. It's not gonna work. It's also
wait. 5 is whatever you want.
Oh, 5 is whatever you want. Yeah. So you're supposed to be able to like go through the book like you're doing with the highlights.
Yeah.
And put number 5 on poems that respond to you and say what you think that meant.
Oh.
And yeah, it's supposed
See,
to
if I read the Legend of Context when I finished it, that would have been fucking helpful. So me using all these.
No, like in your spare time, check out the last thing
definitely
because I think you'll like it.
The American cruise ship.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of want to.
I'll
Honestly,
tell you what
man,
it's about.
I kind of want to read it, man. Not gonna lie.
I'll tell you what it's about.
It's a quick read. It's really not, dude. It's not that bad of a read.
It's only a few pages.
Dude, I'm down to read.
I'll tell you what it's about. You can probably read that in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah. So what, you want to read it?
Oh, you want me to read it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
unless
that
you want me
gives
to.
anxiety.
Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it. I'm
You're
down.
gonna read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Well, it's
man.
pretty cool. Unless it's something that has to be read at the end. Is this something that has to be read at the
No,
end?
not at all.
Okay. What you were going to say though? You wanted to tell me the background.
No, you can go for it. I believe in my writing. It just gives me.
Really?
Someone's gonna read my book.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Dude, think about it.
I guess it's kind of the point, huh?
It's gonna be thousands one day.
Fuck.
Think about it. Hey, dude, think about it. One day they're gonna be like. Would you ever do an audiobook? Like read your book?
Yeah, I think so. I would try it. Yeah, it doesn't work great for this book, I don't think, because of the numbers and like what, like it's. I would do it. I would definitely do it.
What do you mean the numbers? It's just the categorization.
Like, do I
like
just go poem after poem? Like, it's gonna be like kind of weird, and it would be weird to listen to. It's just a bunch of like 5-line poems.
True, you're right. I don't know. I guess there's something we'll have to look up then after this.
If I just
because there probably
slow,
must be a poem thing, like maybe like short skits.
Somebody's doing a poem audiobook.
Or maybe you can do, but they would be a longer audiobook because then you know what I mean dissect each one. Maybe.
That's kind of an idea.
Or even do just certain ones. Like could be a series you can do, like for YouTube or something.
And there's longer pieces. Like the last thing is an essay. It's more of an essay than a short story. If you can go for it, dude.
Yeah, right, I'm going for it. No, but Dave, that's a good idea though. I can definitely see. I can't wait to see that.
This is live. He's never read it before. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is live. I really can't. Okay, so guys, this is the epilogue. An American cruise ship. A cruise ship is leaving the shores of the United States of America. Those boarding the ship have saved their hard-earned dollars over many months looking forward to their vacation. There is a storm in the forecast, but the weather on the coast is beautiful. The ship is large and safe and has every amenity that a person could want. Even if it rains, everyone knows they will have a good experience, and they all deserve time off from their jobs. That's funny because we went on the hike and it started raining, and it was still felt that. But a group of Americans going on a cruise is a miscellaneous and diverse bunch. The passengers are from all over the country. They are from cities, suburbs, and sticks. They cheer for rival sports teams, watch different TV shows, listen to different music, and have different values. They are different skin colors, different religions, earn different incomes, and have different opinions. Where they all are the same, however, is that every one of them wants to go on this cruise. Give me one sec. I want to make sure. I heard that, and usually that's when it turns off, and I don't want.
I hear you. I don't see the red light anymore.
Yeah, see, that's all.
The audio's good though, right?
Yeah, audio's good.
Cool.
But I don't understand why. Yeah, it was at 60%. Technical difficulties, y'all.
All good, dude. We're underground right now. We're deep in a New Hampshire bunker. Pay no attention to these curtains behind us that are clearly a window. We're underground.
See, that's what I don't understand. It's overheating still.
So even with the plug-in, that sucks.
Yeah, but maybe because it's the plug-in, I don't know, but it's.
What if you take the battery out?
Too high.
Oh, it says that?
Yeah, it has to cool down.
Oh, we can just ride with audio, bro.
Oh, that fucking sucks, dude. It's just kind of annoying because I wanted to get better quality. I guess I'll just have to buy another battery then. Like, just so, like, if, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Down, so, like get
There's a way
back-to-back
to, like,
battery.
there's a way to be swapping. So it says the battery is overheated?
Yeah, it's the internal temperature.
What if you
is
take
high.
out the battery and keep it plugged in? I feel like that scientifically should work. Fit where my camera and
It does make sense. That definitely makes sense.
if they didn't allow that as a feature, I'd be calling Sony.
Yo, I'd be like, so nice.
You guys, it's not even hot in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. All right.
Also, I have a camera. We can just start over, dude. I was going to say, we can do more than an hour. I feel like we should just do a 3-hour podcast like the goats.
Oh, like the goats? Dude, okay. I like that.
I can do it. Fucking, let's go.
God damn.
Take your time, bro. Just edit it together.
Yeah, true. I just don't.
I agree that the video would be better. So if we have to wait. You know what we can do? How long did we go for, you think? Like 10 minutes?
What's the time on there?
Oh, we went for 25 minutes already.
Yeah. All right. I think we might be good right now.
Okay, well, what we could do is why don't we pause? Why don't we pause and give the camera a rest? And then
Well, we're good right now.
yeah, but if it cuts off again while you're reading, that would suck.
True.
But if we take a pause and let the camera rest, then we can just start with you reading.
Yeah. True.
And just start right from there. Back.
And we're back from some technical difficulties. Guys, you know how
Ernest fucked us, your shitty producer, dude.
Dude, I think he had his alien bros fucking laser blast my fucking camera. Like, pew, 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 overheat that bitch right now. It was like a goddamn Star Wars scenario. Episode 3, fucking Luke Skywalker coming in for the final kill on the fucking Death Star.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what
Fuck
you
you,
did.
dude. No, Ernest
He
knows.
mutes you, Mike.
Ernest knows
You see
I'm
him like,
playing.
huh?
Ernest knows I'm playing.
Yeah, he's an earnest man.
Yeah.
He makes an earnest living. All right. He does exactly what he needs
Enough
to
of
get.
that.
Yeah, he's like, enough of these Gordy
we
jokes.
were reading my book.
Yeah. So, guys, we're coming back and we're going to reread that because my camera just be overheating and all that fun jazz. All right, so this is the Tucker's book, written by Tucker K. Sullivan, Relate One Human to Another, which is a collection of his poems. And at the end, though, he's got a short story, an epilogue, and it's called An American Cruise Ship. A cruise ship is leaving the shores of the United States of America. Those boarding the ship have saved their hard-earned dollars over many months looking forward to their vacation. There is a storm in the forecast, but the weather on the coast is beautiful. The ship is large and safe and has every amenity that a person could want. Even if it rains, everyone knows they'll have a good experience, and they all deserve time off from their jobs. A group of Americans going on a cruise is a miscellaneous and diverse bunch. The passengers are from all over the country. They are from cities, suburbs, and sticks. They cheer for rival sports teams, watch different TV shows, listen to different music, and have different values. They are different skin colors, different religions, earn different incomes, and have different opinions. Where they are all the same, however, is that every one of them wants to go on this cruise. They all want to relax, cut loose, do absolutely nothing together. They all board the ship. Two of these Americans think they are far more different from each other than they really are. They are the ones who are politically different. These two have ideologies, and they are quite sure of them. These are what we call left and right, Democratic and Republican, blue and red, donkeys and elephants. From my over book. Okay. There we go. The two people are quite similar in their feelings towards the other side. They have become sure that the other side is what is wrong with the country. The other people on the ship are used to these disagreements. It is America, and we can all disagree. It is actually one of our favorite hobbies. We converse and disagree at the bar, at church, or in school. We talk with our family at Thanksgiving and disagree. Then we eat turkey. Sadly, the two of those ideologies are so starkly opposed, are beginning to hate each other more and more. They are forgetting what they have in common. They are conversing less and less. The two who boarded the ship, bringing their politics with them, did so wearing symbols showing their political allegiance: a hat, a shirt, or a button displaying their tribe. They take notice of each other and avoid each other, knowing that otherwise there would be an argument. The rest of the passengers on the ship swim in the pool together, drink at the bar together, and eat at the buffet together. Then the sky becomes black and the seas become rough. Everyone on the ship is terrified. Everyone gathers their families. The families pray and tell each other they love each other. The ship takes on water. It begins to sink. All the passengers rush to the lifeboats. They put on their life preserves and again they pray. The two who have begun to hate each other are terrified as well. They both tell their families they love them. They both pray. They are two who do not make it onto the lifeboat. They both think they are going to die as the ship sinks. They both flow in the water in their life preservers. They both fight with the sea. It is cold and wet, and they float on. They float away from all the lifeboats. They float away from the wreckage. the sea takes them. They are both lucky. They both survive the storm. They wash up on an island, one on the north end and one on the south end. They do not know that the other is there. They both feel desperate and alone. They both are determined to survive. They are hungry, wet, and cold. The hungry eats at them the same. The hungry eats at them the same. The cold bites at them the same. Damn. One grew up on the ocean and is able to catch a fish and find some mussels, but he is freezing. The other grew up in the woods and knows how to start a fire, but he is starving. Our survival requires little belief, opinion, or ideology. We need food and shelter. The one who caught the fish sees the smoke in the air, and for the first time, they think they might survive. They follow the smoke rising in the air to the other end of the island. They find each other and embrace each other. After all, they are not alone. Damn. That's really good, man.
That's a good reading of it. Thank you.
No, thank you, dude.
Thank you for doing that.
No, hell yeah, dude. It was awesome. It'd be my first time reading it. That's
You killed it. You got a good voice.
Thank you. I have a great voice of many things.
It's funny you read that because it's one of the ones I'm more self-conscious about in a way. I don't know why that is, but so like to tell the story of the book, you know, I was talking about that car accident, and so shortly after the car accident, I had about a Lyme disease. I'd been doing all these drugs, and I ended up having a psychotic episode. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Got very depressed after that. I had hallucinations. I was hearing voices. I was all that stuff that comes with doing some of these drugs and hurting your brain in a car accident with Lyme disease, continuous drinking, continuous weed smoking. So I was fucked up for basically a whole year. I didn't go to college. I got really depressed. I got suicidal. I was hospitalized again because of the suicidal thoughts. And my doctor at that time decided to send me to a regional, like a residential place. So then I was in mental health treatment for 5 months, like away, you know. And that's when I decided that the only thing I really cared about, the only thing that was like still there and I wasn't depressed about, like I didn't talk to my friends during this time. I was very isolated, but I still read books and would write. So I decided, this is when I was 20 years old, I decided to write a book in 5 years, and that's that book. So that was 2015 when all that kind of stuff happened. I came out of mental health treatment and my life turned around. I really did have a change. I am somebody in recovery. I still continued to party after that. Like I would drink. I currently haven't had a drink for 4 months, but I
Thank you,
nice.
buddy.
Nailed it, dude.
Shout out to Ernest.
Yeah, out of health. But I had psychosis. I had hallucinations daily. So I'm in recovery from that. I no longer have suicidal thoughts. I'm in recovery from that. And so yeah, it was 2015 at this time. I was 20 years old, and all I cared about is writing and my mental health. And I decided to make a 5-year plan to write a book. So, oh no, that's not right. Yeah, no, that's right. So it spawned in 2015. Spawncast. I just said spawn naturally. That's sick.
Beautiful.
But no, 2015 was when I got out of the treatment stuff. So 2016 was when Donald Trump was, running for president, and society was starting to get kind of crazy at that time. I'm pretty apolitical, as you can tell from that book. I'm very spiritual. I believe, like, if you're a good person, then I don't care anything else about you.
When did you write the epilogue by any chance? Like,
that was around that time, probably around like
2016,
2017.
Yeah.
So it was a 5-year plan in 2015, and I published in 2020, which was during COVID. So the world just got crazier and crazier, it seems. So that passage you just read, like, it's kind of funny to look back on. It's one that I'm more self-conscious of. I don't know why. I think because everybody's so angry with each other that if somebody reads that, like you or I think it resonates with you. But I've had people, close friends of mine, who are very political, who read it and are kind of more upset by it because they feel judged by the perspective that there's something wrong with them. I think there's nothing wrong with having your cause. people are affected by politics in our country. I don't want to deny that at all. But on a spiritual level, we're all human, and you shouldn't hate another human for anything. So,
and especially when it's just ideas as well.
It's just ideas.
And these ideas aren't.
And this is my idea. I think that you can connect with anybody. You can connect with somebody who doesn't speak your language. You 100% can. If you're stuck in a room with somebody that doesn't speak your language, you think, how long are you going to go before you figure out a fucking game you can play to pass the time? If you're stuck in a room for 20 hours with somebody who doesn't speak your language, you think you're just going to not talk to each other? No, you're going to relate to each other. You're going to be a human with them. We're all fucking human. So that was the genesis of my book, was during that crazy time, and a lot of hatred happening in our country on both sides.
So I
see it on both sides.
Yeah, you just saw it from then, how it was going to increase.
And it's continued to increase. My book, didn't do anything and probably won't do anything, but it's my perspective. And I think that I have found through my writing a lot of like-minded people, and even on both sides politically. And this is what I like about it, because I do follow politics, and I do have certain things that I can take from anybody. And I find people on both sides who are agreeing with this message and have seen how crazy it's gotten, and who want to come to the table and not kill each other. And so that's the best thing that's come from my writing.
Do you, I know we're going through a lot of I think that's just, the perception of our media showing only the negative things, but
Agreed.
Do you see,
Agreed.
Just like in your, your epilogue that you wrote here, do you think we'll ever, because, we're going to get to where we are at the point where, inflation's hitting every home. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. You can see the finances breaking your pockets, that you're not able to afford a home like you would want to, like your forefathers before you. You're not even able to buy the same amount of groceries with fucking the same amount of money you used 5 years ago that you could have gotten more of. It's we're all affecting it. Do you think we're at that point where we're finally going to see that smoke and embrace each other in arms and be like, let's help you? You don't think we're ever going to make it to that point?
I think some of us, but the people who are caught in the loop of hating their neighbor, no. I think some of us will it's just survival. We're just going to grit our teeth through this and survive either way. Our generation, I just heard it described as the silent depression, because it's not even talked about really, how a house costs $400,000 on average in this country now. I can't buy it. I'm a poet. I can't buy a house. But maybe rightfully so, somebody else would say. Somebody would say, you're a poet, why do you expect to be able to buy a house? Well, if a house cost a percentage of that in the past, and it's just not really talked about, especially for people our age. And
well, even now, it shouldn't even be the question of oh, you're a poet. You shouldn't be able to, because nowadays, if anything, like we were talking about earlier, shout out to Alex Mercer as well, Jam and Crew, and all he's doing. He's a great, he's a great motivation as well. I would love to have you on if you're watching, man. Alex Mercer, I gotta get you on. But why not? We have more potential to make our dreams more reality and more noticeable. Because if you even have 1,000 dedicated followers that are giving you $5 a month, you can live a decent, good living. Obviously, or even if you move to a different country where your dollar's going to go more farther, like the Philippines or something, you can be living like a king. But in America, even then 5,000, again with inflation shit, but it's all right, it's better than a good chunk. For being able to do what you love, you can. I
took a negative take when I said no, we're not gonna.
Oh no. Yeah.
But we have another election coming up, and I don't see it getting any better. Maybe, but I don't see these sides reconciling. But maybe the middle will get fed up. And I do think that there's a middle. I also wrote this book the idea came to mind. My family has conservative leanings, and my friends had liberal leanings. So when I hear a conservative saying that a liberal is ruining this country and evil, I just know they're wrong, because I have friends that are liberal and they're chill as fuck. Mm-hmm. And then when liberals are saying that conservatives are bigots and horrible, I know they're wrong, because my family members are conservative and they're very, very nice, and they love everybody. So it's just a clash of ideas. And then there's people who take their cultural argument and they decide the other side is evil, so I get to do what I want. And you see it on both sides making big decisions about education or, things that make the other side more angry. But they each think that they're proving a point and making, I think we should all just chill the fuck out and leave each other alone and be free.
And like you said, it just sucks that they, from either side, they just have this blanket statement on the other side.
Yeah.
Assuming that,
we lost it again, huh?
We'll be back. Oh, damn,
and we're
dude.
back.
Yeah, dude, we're back again.
I honestly have no idea what I was saying.
No, because we were talking about...
Shit. Enough of that politics.
No, we were talking about politics.
That's cringe.
Yeah, but yeah, it's because of the left and right and how we don't, we pointing fingers. Well, that's what we were talking about off the mic.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it. See, now it's hard. You are,
Technical difficulties are the worst thing in this country.
Yeah, dude. And first world problems. We got to worry about a camera turning off while we got a fucking African child trying to hunt a cheetah for some food,
Right? How are they going to listen to this podcast?
We send them fucking SpaceX, Neuralink, Starlink fucking internet. And give
They're
them
probably testing it there already.
Oh, they're probably already being used out there. Probably fucking, they're all, I don't know, probably pirates using it to play fucking, Sea of Thieves or something. The video game or whatever. How can we master?
You ever watch Pirate Radio? The movie?
Oh, I thought you meant it's an actual radio or something. I was like, wait,
yeah,
what?
It's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's a biopic. It's about when rock and roll was big in the 60s, it was banned from the radio in the UK, and these guys swam out to these old World War II weird stilt forts, ocean forts. And I believe it was international waters, but it ended up being illegal what they were doing. So, but yeah, or maybe they were just hiding there, and so they couldn't figure out where these guys were broadcasting from. But it's called Pirate Radio, and this is a true story. So when they were taking rock music and shit, censoring it off the air, these guys took boats out to these stilt forts and broadcasted rock. And then they got arrested.
That's pretty fucking lit.
They got arrested for it.
That's true rock right there.
Yeah, there's a cool movie about it. There's a book about it as well.
When did this happen?
In the 60s.
60s. Damn, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's good shit.
You know what I mean? It shows how much power we can as individuals, humans, if we work together to do things, Yeah,
we're podcasting in a kitchen. This is a new art form. I'm happy to be on yours. This is crazy.
No, thank you, man.
This wasn't a thing 10, 15 years ago. So now we're doing this and people are going to hear it.
Yeah, because think about it too. It's
but we were talking about politics in my book and stuff. My book's not really about politics. I come to this perspective that we need to come together from a spiritual standpoint. I like the golden rule of, do unto others as you want done to you. I believe in that. And, other cultures have said that. And I'm not I'm not a Christian, quoting the Bible like that. I just think Moses said it, so the Jews have said it, and then the Buddha said it, and then
it's just common sense.
Krishna has said every culture has said some version of the same sentence. So maybe we should probably listen to it, maybe and see what happens if you live that way.
True.
Try it out. Oh, guess what? Oh, awesome shit happens. Oh, who would have thought?
How's that gonna make you a bad person, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing good morals and good deeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or people can probably point out extremists, but that's I don't know, it's such a small minority of individuals who are just extremists that just shove it in your face.
Exactly. It's the minority of people that are angry like that. And you can even have your political pride and your cause, but I think you're better off not being one of the angry person hating the other side. If you really believe in your cause, then be calm and love your person that disagrees with you and try to get them to agree with you. The way to get to really get a cause going is convince people and show them what's right
through action.
Yeah. And this is the cause that I care about. I care about us being divided. We're divided on more levels than ever, I think. We're categorized by algorithms. I'm a rollerblader, and that's a small community within the algorithm, and it doesn't branch off that much to other communities on these algorithms, on YouTube and on but like skateboarding's huge. It's big in the algorithm. But we're very similar, but we're subdivided. A skateboarder won't see a rollerblading video. But like back in the day, if you're at a skate park, or if you're just at a skate park in real life, you will see a skateboarder, you will see a rollerblader, you will see a BMX rider, you'll see a scooter rider. On the internet, we're divided. You're not going to like see that natural just bumping into somebody just like you. But
that's what I miss about like the old like YouTube and stuff like that, because like you would be watching shit and it would just give you every suggestion. It wouldn't just like, because obviously people are like, oh, the algorithm's good in a sense of like, you know, it's easier for you to get what you like and stuff. But it's also, like you said, it's now dividing and isolating people into these echo chambers, or like only watching a certain thing like skateboarding instead of like other things. And it's like, yo, how much is unbeknownst or unknown to you for you only staying in this bubble, you know, like try to expand more. But it's almost like it's harder for you to want to expand, because like when you get so locked in a routine, like following the same things over time, it's, you know, people don't want to expand into other categories or things. But I don't want to, that's kind of a blanket statement, I guess. But
right, it could be. And the way I'm talking is saying that I don't do that, and that I don't keep to my group. And it's I think a common psychological thing that happens to us. We do naturally tribe up and go with people that agree with us and that kind of thing. I do it too. But that, I'm not saying I know how to fix it. I'm just pointing out the problem. One of the poems in my book is don't point out every problem without offering a single solution. It's really annoying when people do that.
That's a good thing. That's true, man. A lot of people, you know, especially nowadays, they'll complain, but it's like, all right, so
yeah, it's
what
the
about
worst.
A solution? What about
somebody that just complains? It's like, oh man, swing a hammer, do something.
Yeah,
like,
just draining.
Yeah,
too. Like you wouldn't think it's draining, but like when you get out of that field or energy environment, and you realize like, damn, that was like mentally draining just to be around that person.
Yeah.
Like,
so the concept is like, we can relate to one another. So here's my writing, relate to it, figure out what you like out of it, figure out what you don't like, you know. That was the concept of the book, like sharing myself. That's my share to the world. And some people will relate to parts of it, and like some people won't. But I hope that even if you disagree somewhat, that you'll talk to me and we'll hash it out what you don't think I'm right about. And I'm totally open to doing that. I'll sit down with anybody.
Yeah, you're sitting with me. Like, I don't know why, but
well, this is a cool, like, talking about how we're naturally divided by the algorithm, like that podcasting. And there's a few things, like I was saying, like every now and then I get recommended skateboard videos, but like, I don't think that the skateboarder gets recommended rollerblade videos. So there's all these different like small things that you randomly do mix. But like podcasting is a good natural thing. And now so many people have podcasts. It's like, you know, people will say that, like, you're going to start a podcast? Like, there's so many. Like, how are you, like, what's going to happen? Like, we could just podcast because it's fun. Now we have this forever. Like, it's a cool way to like talk, and we have it recorded, and we can look back at it, and we can look back at this in 10 years and be like, damn, look how young we were. Look at what we were doing. Like, we set this shit up in my kitchen. Like,
yeah, that was like last minute. Like, we just said, fuck it. All right, let's get the alien on too.
Yeah,
like,
cool as shit. Do it. Get out there. So like, and I do think that these things are like bringing people together, and it's not mainstream media. Like, I think that it's beneficial. I don't know. I think that there's beneficial, there's beneficial parts of technology too. And you just got to lean into those.
Yeah, exactly. Cause like, you know, look at how, you know, news and, you know, manipulation. Well, it's even happening now still, you know, the algorithm, all this stuff. But like, there's more people. I feel like people are waking up more because they're able to go into different like independent media, like news media, or, you know, podcasts, for example. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't watched fucking cable news since like fucking TiVo. Like, I don't even like, I don't know. It's like now, and the majority of people don't watch cable, except like if you're like super old or. Yeah. I don't know. It's just
and
like
I think now, like, the amount of podcasts, like, things are so broad now that, like, I feel like it's good to have this niche thing happen where, like, you only have 10,000 listeners, but those listeners are, like, way closer to, like, who you are, because they could be listening to anything, but they found you. Mm-hmm. So, like, my favorite podcast is, like, relatively small. It's like a sub thing on a bigger podcast.
It's called Spawncast Podcast.
Yeah, it's called Spawncast. Hell yeah, it is. But like, I'm just saying, like, I connect with that more than any of the bigger things now. And like, when I see the news, I'm just like, no, it's not like I just don't buy it.
I think I think
and
they
they showed to millions of people, and they just watch it because it's the only thing they had. They only had 2 options. So now we have so many options that it's overwhelming, but you can find your thing that actually speaks to you and actually tells you what you care about. So I think that's a good thing of us coming together.
It's a great opportunity too, because, you know, people like yourself, like authors, like you were saying earlier, if you have 10,000 individuals, like you don't need to be big, super big to live your dream job. Like it's hard, but it's still easy. It's easier than it was before.
There's more paths than ever. I just think it's different. Like, I think we need to take more risks. I think it's a risk for you to start this podcast and just put your whole life on the internet, you know, and talk to strangers and shit like that. Like, it's a risk.
There's some cool strangers we met today, though.
Yeah, we met great people today.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you get a podcast out of that nuclear engineer guy.
Yo, dude, he
that guy,
like you can tell he had some
he
stories.
He wanted to talk about these fucking guys.
That was so funny. He said he's like he wanted to talk about some aliens. Yeah. I'm like, he does look like that motherfucker that dropped some alien fucking knowledge on us real quick. He probably was so gassed up too, waiting. He's like, I'm ready to drop some bombs on these fools real quick.
They were buying mushroom stuff from Baba Yaga.
Oh yeah, that shit was so cool. That store.
We lost it again, dude.
Oh damn, motherfucker!
Should we just keep the audio going?
Let's just keep the audio going.
Yeah. So what are we at time wise?
We're at 50 minutes right now. So like for a minimum episode, it'd be we only need 10 minutes, but we can keep going on. You know what I mean? Until we can keep going. So it don't matter. But dude, and again, the thing about New Hampshire, like I feel like people are like something about this like little community too, like little town. It's in like New Hampshire. It's just such a cool vibe because like people are friendly and.
Yeah, I've found a good home here. I've been here for 10 years, so I'm ready to like branch out and see something new. I want to move to somewhere very different from here, but this is like as home as I've ever been. I grew up in Massachusetts, same place as you know. But moving here was the best thing that's ever happened to me, I think. Just being closer to nature and people who like to be close to nature and people who want to be away from other people, because I don't know, it's interesting. Like you find very interesting people up here. You know, it is free here. You can go to a town that there's like 10-year-olds ripping ATVs down the street, but you know, it's just different. And I want to go to someplace different. I want to go to like Austin, Texas, or Tokyo, Japan, and just experience a very different part of the world. Tokyo. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, no, exactly, because you know it's only going to help you more with your creativity and writing, your creative writing as well.
Yeah, Portland, Oregon. I want to go to San Diego. Go to fucking.
See all the homeless encampments.
Yeah, Miami. Go to Miami.
It's like this is what happened if I was an artist back in the days. I mean, a poet back in the days in Shakespeare time.
Yeah,
just been homeless.
Just went to Dallas. Went to Dallas, Texas. That's a cool place.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I need to go to Texas, man, in general.
Texas is sweet.
Well, I'm trying to hit all 50 states, but.
Hell yeah, you should.
Yeah, but it's awesome, though, because, again, the opportunities that grow for us as individuals and, like, you know, man, all you need is a good, loyal, 1,000 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah, I mean, for sure. I don't need much to get by. Like, I'm getting by right now. I just quit my waiting table job, and I'm getting by, so keep it going.
How has that journey been, though?
It's been scary. Yeah. It's been scary, but worth it. And I want to have these problems. I want to have this be my challenge rather than working for somebody else be my challenge. You know?
Why is it why would you say like scary? You want to describe deeper into that? Like what's been scary about
I'm not going to clock in anywhere. I don't have a guaranteed paycheck. Like and I'm a poet. It's hard to sell poetry. It's the lowest selling genre of writing. I do plan on writing more. I did want to talk about that too. Just as I have.
No, yeah, we have
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go way longer.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, don't.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm writing a book about my friend who had a traumatic brain injury. He was a golf professional. He passed his PAT to be like a golf pro at a golf course, and I believe it qualifies you to compete in like higher tournaments and stuff.
Oh wow.
And then the following winter he was in a car accident and in a coma, pronounced dead at the scene.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So he's had a miraculous, I mean, he's disabled, but extremely inspiring, and in his attitude, not in what happened to him. It is a tragedy. But in his attitude, I really appreciate this guy.
Did
He's
we
like
grow
one
up
of my
with him?
best friends.
Did you go to high school with us? by
No,
chance?
no, he's older than
Okay,
us.
I was thinking so.
I met him after the injury. I met him through
okay.
New England Disabled Sports, which is a adaptive sports program that teaches kids how to teaches people of all ages, but people with disabilities how to ski and snowboard. But it's of all disabilities. So he has a traumatic brain injury. There's people with autism, Down syndrome, spinal cord injuries are big. They teach everybody how to ski, and they do summer programs like. So I got close with Casey through the golf program because he does coach golf now. He went from playing in a handicap cart to like walking and playing one-handed, and he's really awesome. Like he's cool to be around. He tells his story, so he goes to like schools and events and tells his story. So I've helped him a little bit with some of that. But even this past year through COVID, he had a lot of challenges that, his story needs to be updated. So he's been through a lot. Brain surgery since COVID happened, broke his spine since COVID happened. So this is all, he had his injury like 11, 12 years ago. And so he had a long recovery, wild, like, couldn't eat, couldn't do anything. So I'm writing his book, and it'll be a very different style of writing. So, but I'm happy to have the opportunity and the challenge and the space to tell his story. So I'm working on that right now.
What's difficult about it so far for you? Like,
that's just a different style.
Different.
Just a different style of writing. I've always written I can write things that are not poems, so I can do it. I've wrote a novella, not published anywhere, but a 100-page novella about a guy who just wakes up in the hospital and everybody's gone, and he just walks around and tries to figure out what happened. So everybody on the planet is gone, and he's by himself trying to. And there's actually a Twilight Zone episode from back in the day that's exactly the same. It's definitely a trope. It's definitely been done before. Yeah. But I always had the fantasy. You told me
about that. You told me about the Twilight. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched it. No, I haven't watched that episode yet.
Oh, that's cool. I told you about that. So yeah, I wrote 100 pages of that novella, so I'm able to write stories and stuff. But most of the stuff that I've written beyond poetry is like that or like science fiction. So it is a challenge to write something that really happened. It's not my, but I'm happy to be doing that. I'm happy to have this as my challenge than punching a clock and working for somebody else, digging a ditch like I have done.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm also writing more poetry. I'm prepared to publish another poetry book next year. Possibly 2 more. But I self-published this book, and I would like to see what it's like to traditionally publish, see that difference, because it's a lot of work to get myself out there with the self-publishing. Mm-hmm. If you traditionally publish, you have a name behind you, you have them selling the book for you.
Yeah, a lot more publicity, all that.
But you get a lower royalty, and it's possible that they don't sell it for you, and you have to do the exact same amount of work. So I want to do it and experience that difference and see what's better.
Have you looked at different competitors and stuff and what would be a best option? Yeah, or not?
Yeah, I can go into that a bunch. But basically poetry is a hard sell. I'm ready to publish a chapbook. So chapbooks get published more readily. It's more like 70 pages, like a short,
a
short
chat book.
Yeah, it's called a chapbook. CHAP.
Oh, chap. I thought you said chat book.
No, chap.
Sounds like a fucking
I don't
messenger
enunciate.
app.
I need to enunciate better.
Chap. You get chapped. Chap the lips.
So I
I
have one of those basically done. I've submitted 100 poems to magazines. Got one published. So yeah, I'm just trying to get more writing out there over the next couple of years. I'm promoting this book right now to get ready for the next books to come out, because I'm trying to get into more stores for the next book to come out. I have those connections already. I think my current writing is better than this writing for sure.
Let me ask, was it more challenging when you first began to start writing this book and getting your first one published and stuff, or have you seen more difficulty now with this second book trying to
it's much easier now.
Much easier.
Much easier now, because I have my I have a process now, and I know what it takes now. It's like you don't learn until you do it. You know what I mean? I didn't know how hard it would be to do this. I just knew I had if you give yourself 5 years to do anything, I think you should probably, that's why I gave myself 5 years, because it's like doable. It felt doable to me at the time. I was overweight on medication, like kind of like, fuck
Really?
that. I'll give myself 5 years. That's like infinite time. When I'm 20, I thought I'll be 25. By then I'm going to have a house. It's like, no,
Yeah.
But like 5 years.
Markets down, fucking everything.
I was actually right about it. Like 5 years is a good chunk of time to write a decent book, I think. Now I think I could probably get a book written in 1 year and then do a lot of the editing over the course of like another year. So that's like a 2-year process. I know I could do that. But yeah, I wouldn't have known until I tried it. So I learned a lot through that process, and I think it's much easier now. Yeah.
Damn, it's so cool though. That fucking, like you said, you took a risk just to do this, and now it's like, wow, like I'm actually doing it now. Like this is like an actual career.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, no, exactly.
I can always wait tables and write. So
yeah, it's true. But it's just, you know, to know that this is your full time.
Yeah, right now for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to have the opportunity to be on your podcast
In the future, man, too. You know, yeah. No, thank you though.
And I'm going to keep writing books. So it's funny, like you say that, because I had this vision of this book cover. I also hand painted the cover, and I had the vision that it was going to look exactly like that for like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, I knew it would look exactly like that, because I had painted the cover like way beforehand, and I was like, oh, it would look kind of cool, like classic with like off yellow.
Yes. No, it does though. No cap.
It kind of looks classic, I feel. And I just had it in my head, like that's what it's going to look like. And then like, I remember when I got the first copy, I was like, damn, it's exactly what I thought. It was trippy. I was like, what the fuck? It's exactly what I thought. How is that? Like, that's so weird to happen. And things happen like that every now and then, where something happens exactly as you think. You know, it's so strange when that happens.
That's amazing, man, because I can't imagine the expression that when you looked at it the first time,
you're
like,
weird.
wow, this is.
I still have the copy. The copy is actually
the first
right
copy
over there, and it says not for resale on it. It was like so that's the only difference that was in my mind. I was like, wow, like the only thing that was different than what was in my mind was the little band around it that says not for resale, because it was like the pre-copy.
Get that shit framed.
I know, I still have it. It's probably kind of like water damaged and shit, but I still have it. I'll never lose that one.
I was gonna say definitely frame that bitch, because you're gonna look back one day and be like, wow, this is my stepping stone to
it is
what
it
I
is
created.
Cool.
And this like, and going back, because we talked about it before during our day trip in New Hampshire, but like, but Bob Proctor and how powerful our mind really
exactly.
is.
Yeah,
Believe
I like
in
that
your
stuff.
belief. Yeah, believe in your belief, and your belief will become reality.
Hell yeah, I love that stuff.
And that's exactly what you did, though. You know, you.
People make fun of that shit, but it's like, why not believe in that? Because like, it's so positive to believe that way and think that way. Mm-hmm. And then like, it's when I look at that kind of stuff, we're talking about like law of attraction stuff of having a vision and focusing on it and hopefully seeing it come to your life. You know, that's what we're talking about. And some people make fun of that as a concept, like, oh, you're just going to want a Mercedes and it's going to come to you. But like, if you're thinking of it on that level, that you're going to want a Mercedes, then yeah, maybe it won't work for you. But what we're talking about is like having a vision of something you want to do and then go doing it. Like you're trying to do a podcast and you're doing it. Like at one day you were like, you know what I think I could do that I like podcasts. I could do a podcast. And now you're doing it. And you have a bunch of episodes with a bunch of cool people. Like, that's how it works. Yeah. It works like physically. I feel like it's very if you want to, so I just think of that kind of thing as a cool way of looking at the world, and I see zero downside of looking at the world that way. Like, why would you not look at the world that way? If I have a vision that I want to try to do it. Like, and I talked about this with my friend who's starting a landscaping company, and he's like already doing really well with it, and he's like not like a woo-woo guy at all.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I believe in that shit. I'm trying to do a job. That's exactly what it is. I think about it every day and I'm trying to fucking do it. Like, that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what it was for the book for me. I was like, I'm just going to write a book in 5 years. I should be able to do that. I feel like anybody should be able to do that. 5 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you never, I mean, you never know.
You never know. So it's hard. And if somebody's writing a book out there, I would be happy to talk. Reach out to me. I love writing in general. I'm trying to run like some writing workshops through at my local library here in New Hampshire. So I love writing, and if you're having trouble with a book, reach out to me. I'd love to talk. I love writing in general. I personally have found it as my outlet and escape and a relief for my mental health, kept me alive type of a thing. So I think it's a beautiful thing. And it's a capability, you know, like if we talk about like, if you want to go serious with it, like human civilization got better with the invention of writing, and literacy rates increase people's well-being in neighborhoods. And there's so much to writing. It gives you power. It gives you more power if you know how to read, because then you can go and see somebody else's thoughts. You can see the thoughts of the person that's oppressing you. You can see the thoughts of the person way smarter than you. You can literally be in someone's head if you know how to read. And if you know how to write, you know how to talk back. You know how to say your truth and talk about your shit. So I think it's a blessing. And anyway, so if you're struggling, if you're 10 years into your book, you know, reach out to me. Let's talk about it. I would love to.
Yeah, I'm excited for the workshops. You got me excited now to see that. And exactly, that's what and that's another thing about life too, like that Earl Nightingale, another person we were talking about earlier today.
Remind me.
Earl Night. He was, but what he talks about is, you know, one quote that gets to me. I'll have to send you the link. I listen to it like every Monday. I try to listen to it every day, but I mean, it's sometimes I just want to listen to music on the way to work. But
yeah,
he says to oh dang, it's like on the tip of my fucking tongue.
You got it.
If you believe that you can.
Ernest whispered in his ear.
Thank you, Ernest. Ernest whispered. Oh, damn.
You know when I listen to?
Oh wait. Oh damn. Oh, so yeah. Go ahead.
The one I listen to all the time is the Denzel Washington graduation speech. Have you ever listened to that?
No.
Bro, it's so inspirational.
Really?
It's fucking crazy.
I listened to one with
It's so good on YouTube.
Okay, I'll watch it.
And then another one is a Charles Chaplin YouTube thing, YouTube speech of, you know, Charles Chaplin was a silent film actor, so he never spoke in any of his movies. And then the one movie he made is called The Great Dictator, where he spoke. It was his first talkie, you know, that's what they call it. Like
first talkie.
Yeah, first movie where he talked in it, and it was about like him accidentally becoming Hitler, like because he was like this guy that looked just like This took place during, I don't know if it was during World War II, so it was like very controversial. They couldn't use the swastika, anyway, crazy fucking movie. But it ends with him like giving this speech to a crowd and saying like, why are we doing this? Like I forget
epilogue.
No, there's a word for the quotes at the beginning of the book. Right there. Go back a page.
Oh, these?
The Great Dictator one.
The Great Dictator. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. Ah, that's a good one. Oh, actually, I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that
somebody
speech.
Took the speech and put it on YouTube and put this like inspirational music behind it, and it's so fucking good.
He's like, why we listen to machine people, machine minds, machine hearts, machine. I'm like, dude, that shit's motivational though, because like the passion you can hear though, because it's true. Again, you know, like you said, after like with the World War II and like all the other atrocities.
They were saying that for everybody. Every generation has said that. During the 2020 election, I was starting to get more politically active again. Like shit was so crazy over those years. Like I was ready to cast my vote, you know. But I was reading War and Peace at the time, which is about the Napoleonic War on Russia. Old classic book, fucking that thick.
Damn.
You know, I was just on a mindset of read challenging books. Like that wasn't a book that would appeal to me in the past. It's very hard to read. It's hard to get through. It's pretty dry, but like once you're reading it, I think anybody would be able to enjoy that. It's just like off-putting to like look at like, oh man, I'm gonna read that. It's so fucking thick and the words are tiny.
As you see said.
But I was reading that during the 2020 election, and I'm like, holy shit, they're having the exact same conversations as we are right now about on the TV. Damn. And I was like, damn. Like,
however, history doesn't repeat; it rhymes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
that's a good book that I recommend. You read then. I've been starting to read it. I'm on chapter 2, I've been slacking on like consistently reading it, but I'm reading is A Law of Success by Napoleon Hill?
I don't know it.
Great book. Like, first chapter is like a definite chief aim. And it's like wake up every morning like with an aim in life. Like, because a majority of, and that's like, Bob Proctor, you say he's, 95% of people live just like they don't even know what they're doing with their life. They're just doing things because other people are doing it. They don't really know what their purpose and like what's your goal in life. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to pursue your goals? Like, you want to pursue being a writer, so you're taking every action to become a writer. Where, don't get me wrong, some people just like the 9 to 5. Go to work, don't have to worry about nothing to do. But like, there's people out there who miss out on so many opportunities just because they want to stay in the lines of society. Where it's like, go like the fuck. No one has a goddamn blueprint.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, there's so many different ways to do it now, and I think our generation will find those opportunities because we have to. Exactly.
Especially with dude, honestly, we think tough times are now. Like, we're going to get some probably, I don't want to be that negative guy, but it's just like, just seeing how things are looking right now. And again, history rhymes. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like a World War III, like, were to occur. And like, the whole, how's it going to affect us, like economically more and like all this other stuff. And will there be a draft? Will there be, it's a lot of unknown, and we're going to have to like quote man up, and shit like that, and have to get through, like you said, get through it, like find a way to get through this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but dude, I've been trying to think about this fucking quote the whole time.
You got it. You listen to it every week.
That's why I'm like so mad. It's like, because I know the generosity of it. He's like,
can't say it because you're trying to think about it. That's the only reason you can't. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like,
if you believe you can.
Oh, there we go.
If you believe you can. Oh, fuck. I'm going to search. I know I'm quit. I'm quitting.
No rules.
I'm searching it up. Yeah, no one knows. There's no video. No one can see me. No one can see me type right now on Google the quote. Like, come on. Like, guy,
I have nothing memorized. I made a notebook, and my goal was to write in it only things that I think are cool in the world that I want to memorize. And I never did it. I got like one page of shit written down, and I didn't memorize a single one of them.
Really?
I can't memorize shit. Maybe I could if I try. Like, if you ask me what my favorite quote is, maybe I'll say a quote, but I don't.
Well, off the top, like one that I love that really got to me is by Disvosky something. I forget his last. Like, he's like a Russian dude, philosopher, but he said the worst sin that you have done is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing.
Wow.
And I'm like, that dude, that hit me so hard at like a time like where I was like, again, like I had my days too. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a positive guy, but I had my days when I'm alone and I get upset, and I was just in those days where I'm like, damn, I'm not doing enough for not even just myself, for my forefathers, for my family, and it's just like. And I read that, and it's just like, damn. Like, and then it just made me really think about, like, the actions I'm taking in life. Like, like video games, for example. I used to love playing video games.
I love video games.
Yeah, they're fun. Like, I love games, too. Like, when I play.
Yeah, but
like,
they're a time sink, bro.
Yes, exactly. Like,
Steal your time.
Like, now, like, I'll play a game, like, and I'll play for, like, I don't know, like, maybe 30 minutes. And then it was like my thoughts just started thinking like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not at that level yet. I just because like I just know I think it's just subconsciously I just know I'm not that level where I can just relax and play a game because I know I can
be doing something.
Yeah, something productive or something. And don't get me wrong. Like if you were to hit me up, like my cousins hit me up to play Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like I'll play with them, but it's like I won't actively play by myself because it's like okay.
Yeah, I use it more as a reward now. Like it's so rare now for me to even find time to play games, but like whenever I do, I'm like, this is sick. Starfield just came out and it's crazy.
Oh,
here we go.
If you think you can succeed by deluding others, you will only end up deluding yourself. And I did have to look that up. I just because I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's true because you know what I mean. How is it like again? Like going back to what you were saying earlier, like the good, like just having good morals of like treat others like you like to be treated, love your neighbor. So it's like. Yeah. And the universe is powerful, man. Like we think there's no, and like I used to be against like God and all these things when I was younger. Like, oh, I'm an atheist, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I was also an atheist.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like as I got older, I'm like, I was only getting other people's perception of it. I didn't ever dug into it myself. And
agreed.
I've been going to Bible study and stuff. And
cool.
And I've only seen benefits like being in a community of individuals where it's love and positivity, and also being with just other men who all like in different age levels who can understand like as men, especially now more than ever, since we're just not building those communities, like what we're going through. Like a lot of, men who are, we go through depression, we go through those sad times. And to have someone relate to you and like understand and like give their perception of how to overcome it, or like something, it's beautiful. And we need that more as men nowadays, like have more groups to like be around and like support each other, because, and the same for even women too. Like shit, have women groups where you guys are supporting each other, because y'all motherfuckers be hating on each other. Like, oh, she a stupid hoe sucking 50 dicks. I seen on her OnlyFans. You know what I mean? But like,
right?
Why are we kicking each other down?
We got to build each other up. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, and I was very atheist in high school. Like I went to Catholic elementary and middle school, so I know the stories of the Bible. Yeah. And then in high school I was like, fuck that shit. Like I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God at all. And I had fun saying that.
Yep, that's literally, bro. That's because you thought we were all like against the grain, rock shit. Yeah, dude, we're cool.
And then as soon as some bad shit happens to you, you start praying.
God, I know I haven't. I be talking shit. Yo, literally though, no.
Literally, that's what everybody.
But it's like, why and then it's just like you start to think, why am I falling on God then if I didn't truly believe in this thing?
Yeah.
I must be having some belief subconsciously that it must have some sort of power,
Yeah, I'm not, again, like I know the stories of the Bible because I was sent to Catholic school. So I think you're foolish if you don't say that you believe in the teachings of Jesus. You should read the Beatitudes, like just check it out and then go from there. You don't have to believe that he walked on water or believe that he was raised from the dead.
And he turned his piss to water.
Yeah,
I mean piss to wine.
That's
Fuck.
close.
Yeah, close.
Close enough.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just like it's all just about being a good person, and like the poor shall inherit the earth. That's all. It's all he said. If the whole Bible gets crazy, like
I just because like right now we're on John, like the chapter John, and reading through that. But like I've been starting to read from the beginning to end.
So yeah, you're just doing the New Testament?
Yeah, the New Testament. Yeah, and CL. I think there's like different like things. So yeah, it's so weird because it's like when someone reads aloud in a different book, I'm like lost because it's like a fucking older English or something. I'm like, fuck, what?
It's so different.
But
But then I really like Taoism. I like the Tao Te Ching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I have that's
probably my favorite spiritual book.
That's funny you say that, bro, because when I know we had a conversation outside of the podcast, but we'll bring it into here. Was just like challenges we went through in our life after high school. Because you're asking me like a high school life after, and I'm like, when I was in California and like I was in a big like mental reflection of what I want to do in my life. Like when it came to even starting this podcast and everything, like I was in a bad relationship, and like actually one of the books I bought when I was out there, when I started to want to read again, because I was like, I like reading, and it was the Tao Te Ching. Yeah, dude, Lao Tzu, man, shout out to him, dude. He had some great, quotes. There's one.
I read that in one sitting in the library, and then I had bought my own copy. But
yeah,
it's easy to read in one sitting. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like it sucked me in right away. Like it resonated. That's the number one thing, is it resonated. So if you dive into some of this stuff, you don't have to believe in it. You don't have to put your whole stock in it and carry somebody else's water with their belief system and make their arguments for them. But like read everything, read every philosophy and see what resonates with you. See what yours is, Yeah.
What I want to read is the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah. I'm big on the Nag Hammadi library. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing.
Really?
Have you heard of the Nag Hammadi library? It might be the same thing. I'd have to Google that. I'm a dumbass, folks.
The Nag Hammadi?
Nag Hammadi.
Nag Hammadi.
N-A-G.
Come on, the Nag Hammadi.
You'd be interested in it. So it's like these. It must be the Dead Sea Scrolls. It must be the same thing. I don't fucking know.
Nag Hammadi Scrolls.
I don't think it's the same thing though.
The Nag Hammadi. The Nag Hammadi library is a collection of early Christian and Gnostic.
Yeah,
Gnostic texts discovered near the upper Egyptian town of Nag Hammadi in 1945.
Yeah. So there was these buried jars of clay outside of a monastery, and they were dated to the time where the correct version of the Bible was solidified. I'm blanking on the
it says 2nd and 4th centuries AD. That's what it says anyway on here, and that's on Fooberlin.
So there were all these different writings.
Oh, the Dead Sea Scrolls, yeah. It is. Yep, it is.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That's funny. We're talking about the same thing. I'm a dumbass.
No. But the thing is, I didn't even know that was the other name for it either. So,
right.
you know what I mean? I was just told about the Dead Sea
Gospel of Thomas is in there, and
the Gospel of Thomas.
That was not included in the King James Bible, and it's just a giant list of sayings attributed to Jesus.
Oh shit, we probably should start packing too, because Evan did just text me.
Oh, word.
I forget. But I will say though that's
we can talk for hours, bro. So this is good. We actually already did 40 minutes on top of what we had. So
okay, so we got an hour and 20.
We did good.
All right,
and you can cut it up, however you want.
We'll be chilling. Yeah, I might just leave all the bloopers and stuff like that. But was it? Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
the
Dead Sea. Like I didn't even know about. No, thank you, man. Sorry, I wanted to finish on the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, go. But, I'm sorry. I talk over people too.
No, you're good. I don't mind at all, because that was a bad habit of mine too. And then like podcasting taught me to do better. But dude, I don't mind at all. I love the conversation, because it's just we're so excited about it and just want to, you know what I mean? So I understand. But yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls though, it's like I didn't even know that like there was a woman before Eve too. There was Lilith. And the reason why she was killed is because she didn't do what Adam said and all this stuff. And that's why Eve became, Adam killed Lilith, and then that's why Eve was created from his ribs, because it would be someone that was of him. And it was pretty crazy. I was like, wait, what? And that's why that
didn't get into the original Bible. And then there's the Hermetic, Corpus Hermeticum was a copy of, it's not a Christian writing, but it was also in the Nag Hammadi library. It was in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and
I think it sounds way more badass.
Hermetic philosophy, which is kind of dope. As above, so below. A lot of the stuff that we were talking about earlier comes from Hermetic philosophy, which is like the visualization and what the law of attraction type shit comes from that.
That's real true, man, dude.
But that was illegal at the time. There was a reason that was buried. It was frowned upon. It's also pretty frowned upon now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's been like publicized and sold as books like The Secret and shit. So like, if you find your truth through that, more power to you. But it goes deeper than books like that. This is an ancient philosophy. So, and it ties like, I can talk for hours, bro. So maybe we should wrap it up.
No, I love it.
But like, it's just interesting that was also put in there with these other Gnostic Christian writings, because some monk knew that the people were coming that were going to tear their books apart, and he was like, I gotta bury some of these. I really like some of these.
These are way too good. It's like his Playboy magazine. He's like, I'll put them here. This saying.
He's like, this is the good shit. I'm gonna bury this. Come back later.
He's just dead. Never comes back. He's like, shit.
He definitely got hung.
He left him hanging.
That's a good spot to end, I think.
Nah, man, dude. Thank you so much, Tucker. Though I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother,
for coming on. I'm happy to.
Hell yeah,
dude. Because it's like we were talking about before. Like I'm like, we didn't really like we talked like we had good terms like hanging out. Like we didn't hang out like outside of high school. Nothing.
Always in school.
You know what I mean? So it's cool to like hang out.
I just always knew you had a good vibe, and like I just saw you like on social media like doing your thing, and I'm like, I'm trying to do my own thing. It's a hard thing to get to work, like, and so I respect anybody that's doing their own thing, and so I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Dude, I'm happy that, I was able to get, the first run of copies and stuff, dude.
I noticed that's your copy. You have one of the first copies, because the quotes in the beginning, I had you read that one.
Yeah.
The Charlie Chaplin one. I had to remove one of those because of copyright issues. So you have
let's go!
One. Yeah, there's very few of those ones that have all three of the ones that I like.
Oh, let's go. Wait, which one was it?
I'll tell you
after. Oh, okay. Let's go. That's so sick. Now I know it's. No, I'm gonna need you to sign this too after. But anyways, Tucker. Again, thank you for your time, man. It was awesome. I'm glad just that we were able to catch up, and now it's like dude. We just only extended. You know what I mean? Anyways, thank you, man. Again, tell the people though how they can support you.
Right
check
now
out your sites.
I'm just Instagram right now. Tucker K Sullivan. It's my name. And then I'm also on Pinterest. I just started. Only got like 3 followers on there. So if you know shit about Pinterest, please help me out. And then I have my website going up, which is also just going to be my name, Tucker K Sullivan. Just tuckerksullivan.com. And if you Google that, my book will come up. So Relate One Human to Another is my first book, and I hopefully have another one coming out next year or the year after.
Honestly, I'm gonna read it.
Thank you.
Oh damn! Actually, that's so funny.
You just open at random.
I'm just opening at random, but like one of them is actually the one I drew for you. The one of the quote thing. I'm gonna read.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I never did anything with that. I gotta make a sticker, dude.
Dude, do whatever you want. They can be
I'm
NFT.
Gonna make a
NFT.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about that. But dude, thank you so much again. So I'm read off a couple of poems just spontaneously through the book. It's crazy that I landed on this, but and then yeah, we're gonna sign out, guys. So she was dangerous to the writer because she deserved pages and pages and pages. Who won by complete? Ooh.
Some of them are weird, dude.
Yeah, I know. You lost some marbles. I got a screw loose. It's crazy. Love.
Nice.
And guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you for supporting me. Please support my guest down below in the description. I realize the camera's not on. So I'm looking at it. But support you. Do the best you can for yourselves and the communities around you because you know why? You fucking deserve it. And peace.